Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. My name is Joe. I'll be leading you on this guided meditation. Let me invite you to close your outer eyes. Take a nice deep inhalation. Exhale through your mouth. Let us repeat this pattern of breathing. Let it flow naturally. Do not try to force it. Just let your breathing flow natural. Just fill your belly expand with every inhalation. And contract with every exhalation. And just feel the rise and fall of your breathing. We relax into our meditative state. Just let your facial muscles relax. As you exhale through your mouth, let your shoulders drop and just relax. And your legs relax. With every exhalation, feel your body grow more and more relaxed, and your breathing grow deeper and deeper and more prolonged. As we center ourselves with divine consciousness. With that God essence within. Just keep your attention focused on your breathing. Feel all that tension melt away. Any distracting thoughts, noises that you may hear or see in your mind, go ahead and recognize them, acknowledge them. Like clouds passing through the mind, passing in and out. Turn your focus to your breathing. See this light, this Christ light, this radiant, bright light. Flowing into us with every inhalation. Flowing outward with every exhalation. See your body as a glowing orb of light. Growing brighter and brighter with that Christ light as you inhale. Breathe that light out into the sanctuary and beyond, into the universe that we are all unified with. Centering ourselves in this consciousness, feeling this divine ebb and flow. This is our life breath. Spirit. Breathing in. Breathing out. It is within and all around. See that light pour in to you through the cloud. It's at the top of your head. Breathe it in and see it course down your body, illuminating you from within. Downward to your legs, to the tips of your toes. Any negative energy you may feel, see it pushing outward from your toes, back to the nothingness from which it came. Exhale, push it out. See it flowing from your body. Stay focused on your breathing. Should be growing more deeper, more relaxed, more receptive to the divine within and all around, in every point in space and time. There's a presence of peace oneness. If for any reason you feel any tension or tensing up again, don't try to resist. See it, acknowledge it, just expel it with every exhalation. Just feel it drop and move from your body outward. As you fall into a deep, relaxed state. See that light flaring up inside you with every inhalation. Brighter and brighter it becomes. It soothes and it warms and it calms. Just feel the sensation of this oneness, this power and this presence that pervades all space, permeates all substance and matter. Harness this energy, as energetic beings. Embrace this vitality. This divine energy that calms, empowers, bolsters every cell, atom, fiber of our being. The stabilizing force. Restores us to balance. Fully aware. Fully present. Here and now. Let the spirit flow. Feel the flow. moving, creating. This spirit, this power that we move, we live, we have our being within. You want to join me in saying to yourself these affirmations? Yourself, say, I am poised and centered in the deeper self of me. Nothing can disturb the quiet peace of my soul. I am poised and centered in the deeper self of me. Nothing can disturb the quiet peace of my soul. I know the light of God surrounds me. The love of God unfolds me. The power of God flows through me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is good. All is well. So be it. As we bring our awareness back to this present moment, I invite you to tap your fingers, wiggle your toes, and just at your ready, open your eyes. Thank you.
Welcome. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Yes, I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Greet your neighbor now. My soul is welcome here. 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 Yeah, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome. And my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Here's Joe. Welcome, Joe.
All right. Thank you, Gilman. Getting pumped. All right. Thank you and good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. My name is Joe Nelson. I'm a practitioner student here. Our center and spiritual home is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. Any of you here with us for your first time, please raise your hand. Anyone up there? Yeah. Hello. Welcome there. Very good. All right. Eileen's going to give you some information there. Nice little packet. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones during our service here this morning and place them safely away so that you may participate more fully. We are so happy to have you with us for our service. We are grateful for your presence. And now some more of our centering music with our very talented Gilman Carver.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? There we are. So, yeah, just take a moment and get still and centered. And it's a little tune by David Pomeranz. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us, here and now. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart,
morning, everybody. My name is Brother Mark. I'm one of the licensed practitioners here, and it's a joy and honor each Sunday to be with you. And I have at least one reading, maybe two, but at least one. And it's called Action, to match the theme, Go Boldly, Boldly Go. I'm going to do it both ways. Go boldly, and boldly we go. And there's a writer is Stephen Dakai, D-A-K-A-I. And it goes like this. Good morning, world. How are you today? Living life requires you participate. Sitting on the bench requires effort. In the game or on the bench, action is required. In your quest to redirect your life, enter into your quiet place. Find a comfortable position and begin to focus on hearing and feeling yourself breathe. Allow your spirit, heart, mind, eyes, and ears to open so you can receive any messages sent. As you reflect, pause, and take time to offer up words of thanks for the blessings and gifts given to you and for new opportunities today. With the mindset of never give up, never surrender, head back out on your adventurous walkabout on the good road, sharing your gratitude for another day with other human beings, thereby strengthening your interconnectedness of spirit. With your faith and belief in anything is possible, you grab the bull by the horns, and when opportunities present themselves, you can make the most of them. Once you decide how you want to live, then place action into effect. Just saying, I want to, won't bring about the desired outcome. Remember that a dream without a plan and action is just a wish. Don't isolate, interact with other human beings, learn one new thing, spend time laughing and growing. All of this can only happen one day at a time. Don't attempt to rush life. It needs to be experienced. The downside of rushing only wears you down. With this new reflection, redirection, and action, you can readjust your short-term and long-term goals, enabling you to achieve what it is that you want for yourself in life. When you take the optimistic approach to life, you are not held back when designing exciting plans to live a more adventurous life. Continue to travel with your three companions, wisdom, faith, and courage, while experiencing new adventures on your journey, peace and blessings. Live life well this day and every day gifted to you. And that's lovingly written by Stephen Dakai. And now I invite you to join me by turning within for our opening invocation. And so let's just take a nice deep inhale in together, breathing in the divine breath, and exhaling out on the surrender, just anything and everything that does not match that divine breath. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern now, we're reminded that this power and this presence is here and now in this place, it's in this space, it's in me, it's in you. You may call it what you wish. I'm going to call it universal intelligence, God, the essence of goodness and grace. I know it's here and now in this place and space, it's in me, it's in you. It's right where you are. And just say together with me, right where I am, God is. And that was beautiful in the meditation led by Joe Nelson today, for which we are so grateful and thankful. And it's from this place of unity and unification and oneness that I speak a word of blessing this day, knowing it is Orthodox Easter, and so it is not too late to have a self-resurrection. It is not too late to rise in a new and different way. It is not too late to surrender anything and everything that no longer serves you for your highest and best good. Shed it, just like a snake sheds their skin, and instead allow the rawness and newness of life to flow through you with ease and grace, to provide all of your needs to be met right on time, every time. And I know that Spirit that made me, Spirit that made you whole, complete, and perfect, knows exactly what is most needed for your soul's perfect evolution at this very moment in time. And so if you agree with what it is for you personally, just say yes, yes, yes. I bless this service. I bless our musical inspiration, Gilman Carver. I bless the sound booth and our mixer with David. I bless each person watching remotely on Facebook Live and our new YouTube channel for which we're grateful and thankful. And I especially bless the new members of our spiritual family and tribe. We have Lexi, a new possibility within Rhonda, and then the powerful men table in the back, Fabio, Eric, and David. So as we continue to grow and rise, prosper and thrive, I bless our spiritual director, Sonja Prince, and invite you to do the same with me, not only today, but every day. We lift and hold Sonja to be the mouthpiece for the divine, for we know that the intelligence and grace, the enthusiasm and wit, and the strength that is needed to take CSL Redlands into a higher and greater idea and the frequency and vibration of the mind of the divine has been met within this sacred soul. And so how good it is to be here together as we hold a place for peace, peace within the world, inviting each of us and all of us to always hold this place, this energetic of peace, to see it throughout the world in your mind's eye. Know that nothing else can be real, and anything else must fall away and slip away with ease and grace, and be replaced and surrendered with unconditional love and peace, global peace throughout the entirety of the world now. Let's breathe that in together with me, and allow for your heart space to fill with gratitude and praise. Gratitude for our breath, gratitude for our life, gratitude for we are on purpose. And we breathe this in, and together, as we exhale, we say with a joyful, enthusiastic heart, and so it is.
So as they boldly go into the future, we're all going to do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. The places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing. You will do amazing. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're just out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Speaking of amazing, here's Sonja.
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much, Gilman. I'm all fired up. Are you fired up? I'm fired up. Okay, thank you. She's bringing me things. Thank you, Holly. All right. So beautiful to see all of you today. On this beautiful Sunday morning, like Mark said on the calendar, is Orthodox Easter. So let's get started. So the global theme for Science of Mind is Centers for Spiritual Living is Living Everyday Wonder. And you can see it on the screen over there for April. And it's about creativity this month. And today's talk title is Boldly Go. Bold, like Mark said, boldly go or go boldly. So we're reminded that creativity is who and what we are. However, it is our choice as individualized God's people. Your individualized expressions of the one presence, the one power, God. So we need to heed our creative impulses. And Mark said it, he talked about it in his reading today. We've heard it in both songs. It's in every one of us, and we will do amazing things. How do we do amazing things? We go boldly. So when I first heard the talk title, Go Boldly, you might not know this, but I am a Trekkie. So the first thing I think about is Star Trek. And then I was back in the lending library this morning and found this book. Synchronicity is a thing, isn't it? Star Trek, the Mirror Universe. But I digress, I'll put it over here. But it was just so fitting that today I talk about Boldly Go, and I go back to the lending library and I see a book on Star Trek. So I love that. So like I said, when I saw the title Boldly Go, I thought about Star Trek and I thought about that franchise. And the original Star Trek had James T. Kirk. And James Kirk he was a pace setter. He was a pioneer. He would just jump in there. He didn't care what was going to happen. He had no fear. He would just jump in. Dive in. Despite Mr. Spock telling him, Jim, that's not a good idea. He would just do it anyway. And then after that became the next generation. And I was in love with Sir Patrick Stewart, who played Jean-Luc Picard. And Jean-Luc Picard, he was very bureaucratic in his approach to everything. And I love that about him. And then there was Deep Space Nine, which was a space station that had all kinds of different people on it, all kinds of individualized expressions on that station. And that was Captain Benjamin Sisko. I had a crush on him too. And then they knew it at my job, so they brought me this little doll of Captain Sisko that I had in my house for a long, long time. But then I grew up and grew out of that. And then I moved on to Voyager, and that was Captain Janeway. Didn't you like her? She was good. But you know what Captain Janeway was? All about motivating her team. She was all about motivating her team. She believed in that human experience and that connection. And so that's what she was all about. And then there was Enterprise with Captain Archer. And then I like that series as well, but not as much. And then Star Trek Discovery. I am into that. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm really into Star Trek Discovery with Philippa Georgiou. And then there was Captain Christopher Pike. And then Captain Michael Burnham. She is, don't mess with her. It's like, don't come for me. That's her stance. Do not come for me. She doesn't believe in no-win situations. So I just love that kind of thing. The mission of Star Trek was always to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, and to boldly go where no one has gone before. So what does it mean to boldly go? Well, our spiritual principle by Ernest Holmes says, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of that one Spirit. No one lives to themselves alone. Did you know that? Yes, you knew that. No one lives to themselves alone. We are in a companionship with the divine. We are in a companionship with the divine. Try that on for a minute. Just breathe that in. We are in a companionship with the divine. What does that mean? That means that we're never alone. That means that we might have the idea of loneliness, but we're never alone, because that indwelling presence is living, moving, and has its being in and through each and every one of us. So we are never alone. So we need to tap in, tune in, and turn on to that knowledge and live from that place. And that's how we go. That's how we boldly go. So when we awaken the mind to the awareness of this divinity within us and recognize that it's the same presence that is in everyone and everything, we should not have any feeling, like I said, of separation. No feeling of separation. Therefore, I know that God is not some distant presence, but an ever-present reality in my life. In my life. In your life as well. That's what I know. So to boldly go, we must open and allow ourselves to feel the power and the presence. Mark talked about it in his reading. Opening up and allowing, feeling that power and the presence. Who did it best? There's a lot of masters, but we see Jesus, the Christ, consciousness. And so Jesus, the spiritual genius of Jesus, enabled him to see that he was a unique individualization, expression of the one mind, the mind of God. He knew at the center of everyone's being ever awaits the acceptance. That Spirit is knocking on the door for us to awaken to that knowledge. So the consciousness that walked over the troubled waters of human experience, The inner calm that stills the tempest is accessible to everyone. It's accessible to everyone. And so I turn to the Bible in John chapter 14, verse 12, that says, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, anyone who believes will also do things that I do, and he will do even greater things than these. So Gilman's saying, amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Then he talked about freedom in that song. So this is how when we know this and we know that we can also do these things and even greater things, we free ourselves. You, me, us. We can do amazing things. So it is within our consciousness of the divine presence that lives, moves, and has its being within us as us. So I have a couple stories to tell you. So there is a Dr. Temple Grandin, who is one of the top scientists in the humane livestock handling industry. Now, Dr. Garden, she has a PhD in animal science from the University of Illinois. And she's a professional at Colorado State University. She has authored 6 books, including 2 bestsellers. Why am I telling you this? Because when she was a child, she was diagnosed with autism. So she talks about her ability to think in pictures. How beautiful is that, to think in pictures? And so she said what it does, it solves problems that neurotypical brains might miss. She makes the case that the world needs people on the autism spectrum, visual thinkers, pattern thinkers, and verbal thinkers, and all kinds of smart, geeky kids, she says. So when I was listening to her TED Talk, she talked about working with the animals and getting down on their level because she wanted to kind of put herself in, in the position where they were looking from. And so she would see all these things that maybe most people might miss. She got on the ground and she's in like where the stables are, the pens are for the cows, and she's looking up and the flag is just waving, which is a trigger for the animals. So they were going to just demolish this whole structure and move the animals in some other place because the animals were skittish. But when she got on the ground and she could see what was actually spooking the animals, she was able to make the change. Take the flag down. And it solved the problem. Now that's just a small one of the smallest things that she did in order to cultivate this idea of working with the livestock. But I'm just saying that to say, she said autism is a part of who she is, that her quote unquote disability is actually the gift that allowed her to understand and translate animals, translate for them. And so she has changed livestock handling and influenced the entire industry. So that's one person that supposedly had a disability. But she said it's a gift. It's a gift. So then I want to talk about another person. His name is Stephen Hardaway Morris, professionally known as Stevie Wonder. Professionally known as Stevie Wonder. He was born 6 weeks premature, which along with, he had in the hospital, there was an oxygen-rich atmosphere in the hospital. And he was in an incubator, and they had oxygen blowing in the incubator, which caused his retina to detach, and it didn't form correctly. And so it caused his eyes to abort. The growth of his retinas was aborted in the incubator, and it caused his retinas to detach, which resulted in him becoming blind. But however, over the years, Wonder delivered 32 number one hits on the R&B and pop single charts, 49 top 40 R&B and pop singles, and garnered 25 Grammy Awards. 25 Grammy Awards, as well as a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award he received in 1996. He says, "Do you know it's funny? But I never thought of being blind as a disadvantage. And I never thought of being black as a disadvantage. I am what I am. I love me. And I don't mean that egotistically. I love God in me. I love that God has allowed me to take whatever it was that I had and make something out of it." Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And then I want to tell you about one more person, Michael Jordan. MJ. There's a whole bunch of sneakers that cost a lot of money that, he endorses. So, meet Michael Jordan. He wrote a book. He was the all-time greatest basketball player. But guess what? He was cut from his high school basketball team. So he ran home one day, and he was very upset. And his mother told him, "Go out. If you want to be on the team, go out and earn it." So he said that was ringing in his ear. So over the summer, he practiced and practiced and practiced. And soon, he was invited back on the team. He became the star athlete. From high school to college, he even went to the Olympics. After 6 titles, more than 1,000 games, and exactly 32,292 points. MJ became a sporting legend who encouraged kids to make it happen. The lesson is not to give up on your dreams. So it's very clear from these examples how God's presence within their lives produced extraordinary creativity and results. It also shows us that God has a purpose for our lives, as well as if we connect with that indwelling presence and we use our own creativity, you, all of us, can reach our highest potential. We can do it. We can reach our highest potential. We just have to tune in, tap in and turn on that creativity, that indwelling presence, and work from that place. And we will do amazing things. So I have one other story for you, and it's about an actress. Her name is Tandy Newton. She's best known for her roles in The Pursuit of Happiness, Mission Impossible, and Crash, for which she won the BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actor. Well, she shares her difficulties because she says she never fit in. She was a little bit awkward. She never fit in. She feared rejection. She would have these panic attacks. She'd be confused. She has shame. She just felt hopeless. But one of the things she did is she got into dancing and acting. And through dancing and acting, she could get away from all those feelings of fear, rejection, and anxiety, and just be in the midst of what she was doing. So all those thoughts were out of her. She wasn't worried about who was watching her. She wasn't worried about what people would say about her. She was using that motion and that God in her to just be, to just create. And so those are some of the things that she was able to do for that. So what she says was The solution is to find our oneness. We will always search until we connect with the Creator through awareness. She also mistook her ability to feel others' pain as lacking substance herself, and she learned that the feelings that she was avoiding were the awareness and the connection. She needed to get into her own body, her own physical self, so she could feel the connection with others. She says that when we practice more and more and living from the essence of God, the presence, that incredible things will happen. And they happen for her. So to boldly go, the victory is in our vulnerability. So we put away and we have to step out and be who we are in everything we do. We have to be our authentic selves. We can't hide and pretend to be something else. I imagine when Gilman gets up here to sing, he's tapping and tuning in and turning on that indwelling presence that allows him to bring forth his gifts to us right here. Right here. And I imagine in your life there's something that you do as well that allows you to tune in and turn on and just be in that indwelling presence that allows you to create some beautiful things in your life. Yes? No? Maybe? If you're not, this is an opportunity for you to do it. This is an opportunity for you to hear the truth of your being, to know who and whose you are, and to step in the allness and the fullness of your existence and that presence within you. This is an opportunity to boldly go. So when we recognize that we live in a field of infinite wisdom and wholeness, Brother Mark talked about it, wholeness, perfection, completeness in one God. There is pure potentiality there. It means unlimited thinking can and will produce unlimited good in our lives, along with our recognition of the allness and the intimacy of God within us. So Gene Roddenberry says, a man either lives life as it happens to him, and he meets it head on and licks it. That's a term that they used way back when. Or he turns his back on it and he starts to wither away. That word licks, I remember when my kids were younger. I digress. I remember when my kids were younger, and I would make my oldest son, he did like to read. So I would make a bet with him. He loved these books called Goosebumps. So I said, okay, read a classic, I'll buy you a Goosebump. So I got him Tom Sawyer, old classic. And there's a lot of language in there. He was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what this book is talking about. What is licks, Mom? What is licks? What does that mean? Oh, that means fighting. I'm going to lick you. So what I had to do, I got the opportunity to do for my child, is I went to get the audio book. So when he read the book, he also listened to it. So he was listening and reading, and he could better understand what was going on in the book. So sometimes we have to do that. So we began to love, and I love myself. I love audiobooks as well. I'm often listening to one in the car as I'm driving along. And sometimes I would get so into the book that I would pass my exit. I'm like, where am I? I'm on autopilot here. And then I'd have to turn around and go wherever I was going. Sometimes it would put me like 15 to 20 minutes off my schedule. But anyway. So we are invited and given the opportunity to explore this life, meet it head on, and bring our creativity into this world. Please bring your creativity into this world. I know I want to experience it. I want to experience it. Because you probably are already doing amazing things. And I would love to experience that. Just like some things I do, I want to allow you to experience it also. Like I sing, but Gilman won't let me sing today. But that's okay. That's okay. Don't boo anybody. So it is through our consciousness of the divine. So Ernest Holmes, in The Science of Mind, page 401.3 says, we must consciously know that we can use creative power. The more complete such acceptance and on our part, the more complete we shall be able to use this power for a definite purpose. For a definite purpose. So I have a question. Is there anything left you want to achieve and accomplish in your life? It's never too late. What steps are you taking to move from where you are to where you want to be? What steps are you taking? So if you are not complete or don't feel complete with where you are on your journey of life, there are spiritual tools available that you need to practice consistently. And they will help you to unlock your creativity and put you on the path of fulfillment of your greatest desires. We were in this meditation yesterday, and the flowing river talked about consistency. Be consistent. But have the feeling behind it. Don't just do things in rote. But have the feeling. It's the feeling that gets you there. So, what are the spiritual tools available to use? Well, one of the things I talked about is I went to the Lending Library and I found this book. Now, this is a book about Star Trek, but there are other books back there about consciousness. And, there's Ernest Holmes' book. There's A Voice Celestial back there. There's all kinds of books back there. But one of our tools is spiritual mind treatment. We recently had a class, a workshop on spiritual mind treatment. Spiritual mind treatment is known as our superpower. That is our superpower. We know when we use prayer in the affirmative that we are recognizing the presence of God, right? Where's my students out there? We are recognizing the presence of God. And then what do we do next? We unify with it. God is and I am. God is and I am. That indwelling presence of God lives, moves, and has its being in and through me. God is wonderful. God is beauty. God is love. God is perfect health and wholeness. And guess what? When I tune in and turn on that and know that for myself, I am that as well. That is who I am. That is the truth of my being. And what I know about that is the truth of your being as well. So then what do? We realize the truth of who and whose we are, which is creativity, which is awareness, which is awesomeness. You are awesome. I'm telling you that today. You are awesome. How does that feel? To hear that. You're awesome because God is awesome. And you are the individualization of that God, that one, that presence. So that means that you're awesome too. I'm awesome. And you're awesome too. So that means we are awesome together. We can be awesome together right here. Right here, right now. Amen, Jean. Amen. So, and then what we do then is we give thanks and we show gratitude. I'm so grateful that. We show gratitude. I'm so thankful that. So we acknowledge it, and then we release it. We release it. So in closing, now that we know that spiritual mind treatment is our superpower, and this superpower enables us to unlock our full potential by opening our divinity, by affirming the truth of who and whose we are, it enables us to see beyond appearances that are limiting our belief, thereby giving us resources that we need to overcome our lack, overcome our fear, overcome our limitation. We can overcome all of that. Affirmative prayer leads us to realize our full expression of God. And doing this, when we do this, when we allow this, we can boldly go wherever our desire leads us and takes us. And I'm complete. And so it is. And so it is.
Thank you, Sonja. You guys ready to rock and roll? This is a song by Amy Steinberg. I usually do this one at Easter, but I wasn't here at Easter, so I'll do it for Orthodox Easter. Isn't that what they celebrate in Ukraine? Look up, and you sure to go up. Look down, and you probably fall down. Place your attention on where you want to be, and you will be there eventually. Look out, and you sure to go out. Look back, and you'll probably fall back. Place your focus on what you want to be, and you will be it so easily. Rise, rise out of the old paradigm. Rise, rise into the presence of the divine. Rise, rise out of the old paradigm. Rise, rise into the presence of the divine, yeah. Think good, and you should feel good. Think love, you're probably falling in love. Watch your thoughts and choose carefully, and you will become, yes, you will be what you want to be. Rise, rise out of the old paradigm. Rise, rise into the presence of the divine. Rise, rise out of the old paradigm. Rise, rise into the presence of the divine, yeah. Look up, and you're sure to go up. Look down, and you probably fall down. Place your focus on where you want to be, and you will be there. Yes, I promise that you get there. Know that you'll be there Amy Steinberg. Okay, here's Mary Jo.
Thank you, Gilman. I'm here with the announcements for this week. Item 1, thank you all for participating in the Ukraine outreach. The items were donated to Our Lady of the Bright Mount. The overflow items were of over 440 items were donated to the Alexandra House for Women and Children of Domestic Violence. So thank you, everyone. You are invited to enjoy Sangat of the Divine Light with Guru Bahadur Singh Ji. Be in the company of this beloved master teacher. This mantra meditation will be held in the sanctuary here on Sunday, May 8th at 12 p.m. Come and experience this authentic spiritual practice from the East. Love donation, all are welcome. National Day of Prayer, Mayor Prayer Breakfast, Thursday, May 5th at 7 a.m. Bright and early, held at UC Redlands Orton Center. We have 16 seats available for our center, and the sign-up sheet is in the back of the church and on the side table. 13th Annual Redlands Day of Service, Saturday, May 7th at 9 a.m. Sign-up sheet also on the side table. Where is our side table? Over here, okay. Where Ed is pointing, okay. CSL Redlands to help with the project State Street Planters. Let's show our support for our community. Yes. The first Sunday of each month is Potluck Sunday. Would that be next week, or is that still April? That would be next week, all right. Please bring your favorite dish to share with others. May 1st potluck, our next one, Spring Garden with assorted salads and assorted bread. The practitioner meeting will be held on Monday, April 25th, 5 to 6 p.m. on Zoom. Sonja will send out the Zoom link to all practitioners. Here's a piece of good news. The CSL Redlands YouTube channel has reached 100 subscribers. Now it's time to customize our CSL Redlands channel. Please continue to invite your family and friends so they too can hear the truth of their being. Special thanks for joining us this morning in our sanctuary. We also appreciate all of you who have connected with us via Facebook Live. Send us a note in the chat, who you are and what city you're watching from. You are magnificent and loved as you are, right where you are. God is. Have a beautiful week.
Thank you, Mary Jo. Did you mention the Dream Band? The Dream Band will be here next week.
The Dream Band will be here.
Kristen and Al and...
I was asked to give a special announcement for those of you who are new to the center and for those of you on the internet somewhere out there. We're a very active church. We take our teachings very seriously. We don't sit back and just think about things, we do things. So May 17th, our center is going to open up not the winter shelter, a women's shelter. And we're looking for volunteers. Jean is one of the team leaders, and we'll start posting information on the weekly newsletter. And basically what we're looking for, very specific, we're looking for women who are willing to do a 4 or 5 hour shift. There will be 10 to 12 ladies. We are keeping them here. This is a closed shelter, and basically what it is the city has received a government grant of $30 million. They have purchased a hotel, and they're refurbishing it, and these are going to be long-term transitional type housing. And so these 10 to 12 beautiful souls, we will be keeping them safe, making sure that they are ready so when this hotel gets completed sometime this year, they'll have a place that they can call them their own. And so we're asking those of you, men and also women. If a man wants to volunteer, we'll have a second volunteer with them, and they can take a shift. But we have 2 volunteers, but we would prefer to have mostly females, of course. And they receive a breakfast, they sleep, and then they also have a dinner. So, and then after that, they go off into the community. And we will have a sign-up sheet if you would like to participate to provide a meal. It will be a sign-up sheet online. We'll have a shelter at CSLRedlands.org if you want to volunteer, you want to participate. But we're taking action. So thank you all for listening. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ed. Once again, here's Sonja.
Okay, I just wanted to, Holly brought some things up too. Looks like the Spinet Music Club and Congregational Emmanuel presents Musica Viva, music of remembrance and reflection in observance of Yom Ha, the Holocaust survivor. And so that's at the Congregation Emmanuel at 7:30 Tuesday, April 26th. And then you heard about the 13th annual day of service that Mary Jo announced. So are there any more announcements from the floor? Okay. So rallying the troops, if you need. So, all right. So that's good. All right. So now we will have, we'll have our offering now. Wait, let me look at the people. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. Now it's time for our conscious giving. I invite you to consider that the same portal from which you give from is indeed the same portal from which we receive. So let's expand into being bigger and bolder givers as well as receivers. So join me in placing your tithing and your gifts and offering over your heart and affirm together. From the love of pure spirit within me,
Love of pure spirit within me.
I bless these gifts.
Bless these gifts.
I send it forth to heal
Send it forth to heal,
and bless and prosper.
bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith
Evidence of my faith
and my belief.
and my belief.
It does great work in the world,
Does great work in the world.
and it returns to me
It returns to me
multiplied abundantly.
multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
As I give, so do I receive joyfully, gratefully. As I give, so do I receive fully and freely. God is a river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know. As I give, so do I receive. As I give, so do I receive.
You're welcome. And for those of you who are watching remotely on Facebook Live, there's a Donate Now button. You can click it and let us know who you are and where you're from and where you're watching from remotely. We accept Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, and checks by mail. We have a secured mailbox. Okay. So I invite the congregation to outstretch your hands towards us, me up here. I bless these tithes and gifts and offering, knowing that they are sufficient to cover the needs of CSL Redlands, which is a successful idea in the mind of God. How good it is to speak this word and know the truth now. And together we say, and so it is. So I'd like to invite the practitioners to come forward and just stand in the front. Joe, you as well. I had something. Here it is right here. I invite you to close your outer eye and join me in consciousness. I know that there is one Spirit, wholly loving, with me and you and us now and always. That Holy Spirit is nearer to us than our own breath. It is our breath. It is the breath of life. God made me and you and lives in you and me. We are one with the divine. With that oneness is a demonstration of love and peace and joy. As I looked out, as I was driving in today, I see the wonders of God all around me. I saw the beautiful snow-capped mountains. I saw the flowers in the distance. I see the people moving about in their cars, getting to where they would need to be. And I say, this is God in action. I know that this was God in action. And I know that God is right here in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Feel His power and its grace. I see love on every face as I look out at you. You are individualized expression of God. So surely the presence of God is in this place. And I'm going to sing it for you. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. So surely the presence of God is in this place. I see it as I look out in this audience. And I bless each and every person here at the sound of my voice. If you're here in the room or if you're on Facebook Live, social media, wherever you are, I know that you are an expression of God. And so what I know today for you is that you are creative, you are loved, you are blessed. That infinite awesomeness is within you, is as you. And so what I know about this is that when you tune in, turn in, and tap onto this knowing and this knowledge, you can boldly go wherever you want to go. You, my beloved, are the expression of God. This is the way God shows up, as me today, as you today. And so I send you love, standing from right where I am. And I send you this knowledge and this truth, though you may go out and be the expression of God in this world and do incredible and amazing things, like the song told us this morning. So consciously and boldly, I release this prayer and I allow it to go forth. And so it is. I have some affirmations for you today. Okay, the affirmations for today is, I'm going to read 2 statements and then I'll do the affirmations. So, we must consciously know that we can use creative power. The more complete such acceptance on our part, the more completely we shall be able to use this power for definite purposes. And that was the Science of Mind, and I read it in my talk today. But the other one is from Raymond Charles Barker. It says, the full symphony of your real self can only be heard when all the windows of your mind are open to the fullness of life. And then the affirmation for you today is, I boldly go where my creativity and oneness with the divine presence takes me. Let's do that one again. I boldly go where my creativity and oneness with the divine presence takes me. The second one is, I dare to be me. I am hot stuff. And so it is. You are hot stuff.
Thank you, Sonja.
You're welcome. I need some music now.
Well, we got to get our choir up here. We have a fabulous,
that's right.
amazing choir of 1.
Let's give her a hand.
Valerie here
Valerie.
is going to sing for us. Get right in that camera, Valerie.
I'm going to step down and let you do your thing, girl.
But I'm going to start here.
All right.
Light that shines his light of love, hides the darkness from above. Shines on me and it shines on you, shows you what the power of love can do. Yeah. Shine my light both bright and clear, shine my light both far and near. In every dark corner that I find, I'm gonna let my little light shine, shine this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. got to shine. Whoa, I'm the light of love. Let me hear you. I have got to shine. I'm the light of love. I have got to shine. Let me 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 shine.
Woo! Let me
Valerie.
shine. Let me shine. How many of you are shining? All right. Let's have
Okay,
some. I heard somebody
there's
say,
food
let's
in the
have some
back
food.
there. Don't forget Dream Band next week.
Dream Band next week and Potluck Sunday. Potluck Sunday. Salads. Salad Sunday. Green salad, pasta salad, tuna salad, chicken salad, cornbread, wheat bread, rye bread, sourdough bread, just stuff like that. And butter, yes.